You're still listening to Inspiration 92.3 FM, your number one family radio. It is time for pay-per-view, where we look at stories that made it to the front page of the newspaper. We are live on Facebook at Inspiration 92.3 FM, and we are also live on Instagram at Official Kafayat. You can listen to us via the website at www.ifm93.com as well. Jacob Gilbert, how are you doing?
Morning, Kafayat.
Good morning. Midweek Wednesday. We're grateful.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
How many days?
2 days to the weekend.
No.
How many days? What?
To Christmas.
How many days to Christmas?
I think I don't know. But
I don't know.
2 weeks.
Can do minus and plus. Plus and minus. Today's 8.
Yeah.
17 days.
17 days to Christmas. Mr. Azu, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm very well. I've been reading a report in the Guardian there called the Global Passport Index,
Oh.
released by Henley's, an organization that is responsible for ranking the importance of passports across the world. And of 116 countries ranked in the latest index, Nigeria is 103. Along, Nigeria is on the same par with Ethiopia, joint 103. Only for Nigeria, the Nigerian passport can take you to only 45 countries in the world visa-free or payment of visa on arrival. Nigeria is even lower than countries like Seychelles, which is number 1 in Africa, and 29 in the entire world. The Seychelles visa passport can take you to 152 countries visa-free. Seychelles, yeah, that's small country up there. And then Nigeria is even lower than Lesotho, Namibia, Botswana, Malawi, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, just name them. And then the Japanese passport is the most important passport in the world, the most powerful passport in the world. It takes you to 192 countries visa-free.
Wow.
Yes, 192. That if you hold the Japanese passport,
That's the Schengen. They call it Schengen.
No, Schengen is for Europe.
Schengen is Europe.
Schengen
Okay.
is for the EU. Schengen is the EU for EU countries.
Okay.
The Japanese passport takes you everywhere in the world. I mean, you don't need a visa to go anywhere if you carry a Japanese passport. And it's almost the same thing with the American passport, except for a few countries.
Wow.
Like even Ghana. For Ghana, if you have a Ghanaian visa passport, 82 countries you can, number 64 countries in the world you can go to visa free. This is the report in the Guardian today. The Global Passport Index, 45, and we're 103 in the 160 countries ranked. The index measures the importance of passports according to the number of destinations where their holders can access without a prior visa. It is based on exclusive data from the IATA, the International Association of Travel of Air Transport. And I think it is a very accurate report of how important your passport is. Today, the green passport is not so important compared to many even smaller countries.
So where's Ghana on the list?
Ghana is 84, number 84 on the list.
We're number what?
We're number 103.
Oh
I
dear.
don't like this jollof rice thing. I don't get it again. It's cropping up.
It's the Global Passport Index there. Just to start your Wednesday with that. It's not that bad though, really. Compared to how the kind of reports you hear about what the Nigerian passport does to you everywhere you go. If you can go to 45, but if you hear the 45 countries now, it's a place you don't want to go to. Yes.
Let's get into the program proper. We start with the Punch newspapers this morning. FGMDA's bar unvaccinated visitors. Lagos to demand job cards at parties. Page 2, that's where the story is. And quite some riders here. Security agents reject identification cards from contractors. Others insist on vaccination card. Social gathering attendees must produce vaccination cards. Orders Lagos threatens prosecution. Disease Control Center detects 3 more Omicron cases. COVID-19 variant infections rise to 6.
It's a big story around Omicron, and I'm sure we'll be hearing daily updates, and daily reactions to how countries are managing this crisis. In Nigeria, we were still outraged at the behavior of the British, to impose restrictions on travelers from Nigeria. And this reverberated in the National Assembly yesterday, in the House of Reps, even in the Senate. Lawmakers were in agreement that the bans are discriminatory and that they are not very useful. The chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum said the arbitrary stigmatization of Nigerians and Africans, and that the UK should reverse it. In fact, even the High Commissioner of the UK to Nigeria, Katrina Lang, has been explaining she had to begin to explain why her country imposed this kind of sanctions on Nigeria. It's because the Nigerian government arguments that it's unnecessary. We don't even have the big numbers for the Omicron. You don't even have. It's not evidence based. It's illogical, to single out some African countries and say these ones don't come here. When there are bigger issues of Omicron around the countries near you, the countries around you. So they call it stigmatization. Femi Adeosun, the president of African Development Bank, had another word for it. I think it's travel apartheid. The Nigerian High Commissioner in the UK have also soundly criticized this. The UK authorities are saying that they need to protect their homeland, and this is for public health, to protect public health in the UK, and that on the 20th of December they will review it, and at that time they will decide what to do with the restrictions. Yesterday, the EU health ministers met in Brussels. The restrictions were what they discussed, but there was no decision on whether to lift the restrictions. 11 African countries, are on the bite for this one, And in Nigeria here, the NCDC announced yesterday there are 3 new Omicron infections. 6 now. It's not a scandal. I mean, compared to the numbers we're seeing globally. In fact, in the UK, they are now clear
yesterday. Oh my God.
Clear evidence to show that they're not even related to travel from Africa. These new Omicron cases they are getting. Dr. Anthony Fauci in the US is cooling down the temper. He said this is not even as bad as Delta. The immediate evidence shows that it is not a crisis of that proportion the way the world is reacting. And locally back home here too, Nigerians are taking restrictions. Yesterday, Governor Sanwo-Olu said that you cannot enter Wambe anymore if you are not vaccinated, or if you have not done an immediate 24-hour rapid test already. In fact, there's even a plan to take tests, antigen tests at the door before you enter the Wambe. That's what the governor said yesterday. So the vaccine mandate is coming home. He's asking Lagosians to all go and vaccinate. If you can't do it at a public health institution near you, enter a private hospital. There are many of them the government have registered now for 4,500. You can be vaccinated. And of course, the governor said that the 4th wave is here in Lagos. There's no need to beat about the bush or begin to gainsay about it. It's here. There's a 4th wave, and it's not just because of Omicron. It's the reality of the COVID situation. So new rules, new restrictions in Lagos. And I'm sure most states are doing that. In the federal government, remember, workers are not supposed to resume without being vaccinated. There's no new instruction on whether the government have changed their position in spite of the request by the Association of Civil Servants that move it to April. None. And what the government is even doing now is that you cannot even visit any ministry, department, or government agency if you're not vaccinated, double vaccinated. So it's a vaccine mandate that is gradually gaining entry into every space, every sphere. There are experts, human rights experts, who are saying it violates the human rights of the person to force him to be vaccinated. But there's a public argument for the public good that if you're not vaccinated,
people's
what about
safety?
other people's safety? So this debate goes on and on, Jacob. And with the Omicron in our faces, you know that there will be tighter restrictions, until, of course, the WHO proves to the world that this is not as deadly as the variant Delta or even Beta, that we had before.
Okay.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more, leave a comment, and like. Thank you.